Hi, this is Angela Artemis from poweredbyintuition.com, and I have another intuition tip for you today. You know, the most common question I get from new subscribers is always, how do I know the difference between my intuition and my other thoughts? I can't tell you how many times I've heard that question, and I completely understand it because it can be very confusing. So today I want to clear up all the confusion. The way to know the difference is to understand that your intuition will strike you out of the clear blue. It's not something you've been thinking about. You know, if you understand the way that we think, I think it'll help you to get this. When we think, we're actually generating thoughts, one after the other after the other. You know, let's say you go back to work, you've just had a baby. You're at work and you're worried about leaving the baby home with the babysitter. So you start thinking about, what if the baby gets a fever? When I left this morning, she didn't look so well. What if I shouldn't have come back to work? What if the babysitter doesn't notice that she's getting really, really sick? You know, you just keep playing over these thoughts in your mind. And so all of a sudden it's 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've convinced yourself that the worst has happened. The baby is sick. You just feel it and you just know it. And what has happened is you worked yourself up into such a frenzy that you might have a knot in your stomach. You might feel sick. You might feel just completely overwrought. You know, you're so anxious now. You just have no clue that this is not your intuition because you're so worked up. And that is not the way intuition works. The way intuition works is that it lands in your consciousness out of the clear blue. And I call it a download. When you get a download from your intuition, you just know that you know. And you don't know why you know, because you hadn't been thinking about it. Now let's go back to this mom who's at work. Let's say she's fine. She's been back to work for several years. Her child is in elementary school. She's in a meeting with her boss and several other colleagues, and she's doing a presentation, and suddenly it hits her. And she just feels this very strange sense of apprehension, and it lands. And she just knows. Her gut knows something is wrong with her child. And as soon as that meeting is over, she rushes out of the meeting. She picks up the telephone. She's back in her office. She calls the school and she says, "Is my daughter okay?" And they say, "Oh my gosh, we're just about to call you. You know, she's not doing well. She just went to the nurse's office and we think she's running a fever. Can you come pick her up?" Now, this is completely different. But what you have to do, if you have worked yourself up into such a lather that you can't tell your thoughts from a real intuitive download, is go back to the beginning. You have to be honest and ask yourself, have I been thinking about this all day? And think, okay, yeah, I was driving to work, I was worried, she had a sniffle this morning when I sent her to school, and then when I got to work, I kind of was still thinking about it and sort of feeling bad that I shouldn't have come to work. I should have stayed home with her, and on and on and on and on. You have to examine your thoughts from the first moment you were thinking about it. And you'll see that you were generating thoughts that led to more negative thoughts, that led to more fearful thoughts, that led to a point of panic. That's how you know a real intuitive download from your thoughts. So I hope this helps you, and I'd love to share more tips with you and also hear your questions and answer them. And the way to do this is by subscribing to poweredbyintuition.com, and there's a link below. Just click on it and it'll take you to a page where you can subscribe, and this way you can be in touch with me, and I'd love to get to know you. Okay, well, I'll see you again real soon. I'll see you back here for the next intuition tip. Bye-bye.